Hello and welcome to episode 2 of FaceForRadio. And today we have here with us Heather McCorkle. And she is a musician who performed for Olivia Dear, a decently known musician at least. We got the musician who literally wrote a song about my energy drink, and then we got the one guy who's doing his second interview. This is why we're better than 88 Won the Park, alright?
I could probably write a song now if you gave me a word.
A rock star.
Rock star? Yeah,
sure.
I can do that.
It's okay. Come up with a thing for rock star real quick. I want to see this process.
Yeah.
Professional equipment, or is it like you actually went to?
So I went to an actual studio.
You went to an actual studio.
It was so amazing. Yeah.
Show it at the camera. I feel like I'm doing
Your
a sponsor.
rock star energy
I feel like I'm doing like a little sponsor thing here for some reason when I'm not. It's just I'm drinking a rock star because I like extra energy. And plays the guitar. What genre of instrument do you play with that guitar?
Yeah, so I really like to play either indie folk or pop songs, mostly like pop covers. But the music that I write, I would say, is more geared towards indie folk, I would say.
Did you play those type of songs when you opened for Olivia Dear?
Yeah, I played about 5 originals. I played 1 cover. I had like a 20 to 25 minute set.
Can you play one of those songs that you played for Olivia Dear?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, so this song, it's called Bumblebee, and it was initially a freestyle that I did over the summer. So the lyrics themselves were all improvised at first, but now I just like to play it. It's one of my favorite songs of mine that I like to play. So it's called Bumblebee. Bumblebee, put me on your radar. I bet that we could go far, like the stars in the sky. Bumblebee, I think I'm kinda crazy, but I kinda like it. Ooh. Oh hey, what's your name? Could you let me know if you wanna go? Oh, we'll take it slow. Bumblebee, I think I had a dream the other night about you. Cause what if I'm just living for the magic in the making? You say that you're breaking, but I think that you're making moves. I think you're kinda smooth, I think you're kinda cool. I think that maybe this is all that you could ever see. Bumblebee, come with me, let's ride away to dreamland. Okay, 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 okay. Let's just go, never know, never know, never know. Never know, never know, never know, never know. Hey, maybe I don't know, but hey, it's okay. It's okay. Hey, hey.
Do you have any inspiration for writing this song? Where did you get that exactly?
Yeah, so for that song in particular, one thing that I really love to do is with my songs, when I'm doing a freestyle, I'll have one of my friends just pick a random word, and then I like to write a song about it. And so for this one, I was with my friend, and the word that she chose was bumblebee, and so I was like, oh, I could write a song about that. And so I just started writing those lyrics, and most of my songs are relatively sad, so I really enjoy playing that song in particular because it's more upbeat and more happier.
So you just decided to choose the random word bumblebee.
Yeah, she chose bumblebee, and then I was like, oh, okay, I'll write a song about that. So yeah.
It's a very interesting way to just to improvise a song lyric and stuff. Do you is there any other songs that, can you name the other ones and exactly explain the random wordness of it? Give any other examples?
Well, a lot of my other songs, they'll usually start with me either just playing a melody on the guitar or on the piano, and then I'll be inspired with some lyrics to put over it. They also, a lot of times I'll write my songs about personal experiences, friendships I've had, or other relationships. So I do have a song out on Spotify called You Stayed, and I recorded that in early October, and that was one of my very first professional recordings, so that was super exciting for me. And that one in particular, I wrote that song about my mom, and so I definitely get inspiration from all sorts of different places.
So you just use a professional recording, as in did you use a professional equipment, or is it you
Yeah.
actually
So
went
I
to
went to an actual studio.
You went to an actual studio?
It was so amazing, yeah. I went
sounds
to
awesome.
Plymouth Rock Recording. It's on Holbrook Street. I went there to record the song, and it was my first time ever professionally recording something. I've used GarageBand, but I really suck at it. Yeah, I am not, but I really wanted to get this song out there.
And so I recorded it there, and it was really cool just to see how like the recording process works. And it's definitely one of the things that I want to get better at and learn more about. So that was a really cool experience.
How does the recording process work?
Yeah.
So you got to see it. I want to know, like,
Yeah.
from the firsthand experience, exactly how does it work? Like going into a studio and just like playing a song. Do they record it? Do they record like the whole song, or do they like record snippets of it and put it together using like editing software? Which one is the exact?
Yeah, so that's a great question. So the best thing about actually going to like a studio is you get to take multiple takes of basically everything, and then the person who produced it for me, he was incredible, so incredibly talented. So he was able to basically take different parts of my voice that I liked out of different sections and kind of like mesh them all together so that I got like the perfect recording. So what I did is I recorded the guitar and my vocals first, and then over that I re-recorded the vocals. We kind of spliced it all together. We added like a drum beat. It was a relatively simple song, not a lot of production on it, but that's what I really liked. And then we also added some background vocals, adding harmonies onto that. It definitely is a very long process. I feel like I definitely didn't realize how much went into it. Like when you listen to a song, I don't really think about just how much work like the person who like wrote it, like all the work that goes into it, because like even like one lyric I could be singing that like over and over again like 5 times until we get like the best take. So it was definitely a really cool learning experience for sure.
Do you try to like get the right notes for like your voice?
It's more like about like the feeling, like if it conveys the message that I really want the lyric to convey, then, and of course I want the notes to be right as well, but definitely more about like the feeling of making sure that the listener, when they're listening to it, they're gonna fully grasp like the message of what I want that lyric to convey.
So it's kind of like, it's about the lyric, but in the way you sing the lyric, you focus on the notes. Do you focus on like the feel of it, how the song feels?
Yeah, I definitely feel like those go hand in hand, for sure, but definitely like trying to get more like out of it than just singing the notes on perfect pitch. Basically what I was saying, just like trying to get like what the message is of the song.
That's very interesting for actually going into a real studio. How long did it take? You mentioned that it took a long time. It was a long process.
I'm trying to think. So I had like 2 sessions. I want to say that each one was like 5 hours.
5 hours?
Yeah, so I want to say it was maybe 10 hours fully. And yeah, so it's definitely a lot longer because even just like the editing process and like the recording, like everything and producing it, like there's just so much that goes into it, like all the little details, definitely gave me like a new appreciation for the artists that I really enjoy listening to.
I see. And do you get like the inspiration for the songs you make from the songs you like to listen to?
Yeah, definitely. Some of my favorite artists are Chelsea Cutler, Vance Joy, Tori Kelly. I listen to those on repeat all the time, and so I definitely feel like a lot of their music has inspired my own.
How exactly did you you come up with the chords on your own for the songs?
Yeah, so honestly every song is like crafted differently, but I could give you an example. Like let's say I really wanted to write a song on capo 5, then I might like a lot of chords that guitarists like know and easy to play, like G, C, E minor, D. I could probably like write a song now if you gave me a word.
I can give you a word. How about Rockstar?
Rockstar? Yeah,
Sure.
I can do that.
It's okay. Come up with a thing for Rockstar real quick. I want to see this process.
Yeah,
I'm very interested.
I'm scared now. I'm just going to use the traditional chords.
Just remember that if you mess up anything, I can edit it out.
Okay.
It's all just like,
Cool.
I would like to ask, when you did the podcast for 88 One the Park, was that like, did they edit that or just like did it once?
It was all live.
See, it's all live. You see, this is why we're better than 88 One the Park, all right?
Okay. Rockstar, you said?
Rockstar.
Okay.
Rock star, you're a rock star, you're a rock star, ooh. I got to see the way the light danced in the room. I don't think you know the power that you hold in your spirit. All the words that you keep, I know they want to hear it. Got you dearly, I got you dearly, darling, hold me in the nearest places. Oh, 'cause you're a rock star and we could go far. And the best part of it is I don't even understand rock star. But you're so scared, why are you so scared? Why are you so scared? Ooh, 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 'cause you're a rock star, you're a rock star.
That was really, I think that's really cool. You did not come up with all those
Yeah, I
words,
did.
Justin. Oh my god.
That was all on the fly.
That is awesome. Just like the improvisation, I feel like is the word.
Improvisation.
That did you learn that from anyone? How did you learn to improvise so well?
See, for me, I would say that like music is really hard for me to improvise. I'm definitely more of a lyrics person. So when it comes to the chords, it's definitely something that I need to have set in my head of like chord patterns, and I definitely still want to learn more about chords and more like chord patterns. But when it comes to lyrics, I've always just been very, I don't know, it's always come very naturally to me, I guess. I can't really pinpoint who taught me, it just kind of happened. Like I definitely had to learn the music side of it, but like the lyrics side, it kind of they're just constantly swimming in my head, so.
Oh, okay, that would make, that is pretty cool that you just like, I noticed immediately, I named it, I'm not going to show it at the camera, I feel like I'm doing
Your
a sponsor.
rock star energy.
I feel like I'm doing like a little sponsor thing here for some reason when I'm not. It's just, I'm drinking a rock star because I like extra energy drinks. But the fact that you just like, I heard the rhyme with far, and how you incorporated that into the song, I found that very interesting how you were immediately able to rhyme in your mind Rockstar with
Yeah,
fire.
thank you.
And like it flowed well too, because like you don't just need rhyme in a song. You need it to like, I don't know exactly how to explain it. I don't know how the word you would say it. You need it to like feel like it's flowing. I find that amazing. How did you get started doing exactly the guitar and like things like that? When and how exactly?
So I've been singing like forever, I want to say. My mom is she's really good at singing, and so I definitely would hear her singing around the house, and then I would kind of just make up little harmonies with her. But
you made up songs? Like a musical?
I actually, we're not going to talk about that phase in my life, but yes.
It's fine. It's like, it's a productive thing, so I feel like you could say, you don't have to, but that's still amazing.
Thank you. I've been singing forever, but guitar I picked up around like middle school, but I never really took it seriously until quarantine. I definitely still have a long way to go. I have so much more I want to learn, but I kind of just started learning other people's music, and that's definitely advice I would give for other musicians. If you want to write your own songs, learn other people's songs first, and play what you enjoy, because you're going to be more ready and motivated to play the songs that you like if you pick music that you actually enjoy.
When did you start writing your own songs?
Ooh. I have this distinct memory of writing a song on the playground in second grade. I showed it to my sister when I finished it, and I was like, look, I wrote this.
And she was supportive of you, I assume.
Yeah, she was. I love my sister. So since like second grade, I want to say, but I started adding my own music around, I want to say 8th grade was when I first started adding music to it. But I've been writing lyrics, poems, songs, like basically forever.
For your entire life, huh? You gotta start small. Can you go over like the mixing the chords, or just the notes at least, with like the lyrics? Is there like a way where you take a song that you think is sad and you're like, I want to make it on the lower, or like there's the flats and the sharps and all that kind of stuff?
So I'm not the best at music theory. I honestly don't understand a lot about music. Like it's all very, I kind of just play whatever sounds good. I definitely do want to get better at music theory. But for example,
there's a guitar class in the back, right?
Yeah. I don't really know how do I answer that question?
So you just kind of have the feel of it?
Yeah, I mean, I'll usually, if I want a song to be sad, which most of my songs are automatically sad, that's okay. But yeah, if I have like a certain feel, for this, it's like my go-to chord progression is like C, G, this is like an A7 and like a D. So it's like, rock star, baby, you're a rock star. So that kind of has more of like a warm feel to it, so I could like match lyrics to go along with that. But sometimes like inspiration will just strike and I'll have no idea what the song is going to end up like, and that's like the best part of it, that you don't really know like what is going to come out of it.
Exactly, it's just like the improvisation. Improvisation, that's the word. They're just randomly choosing for improvising, like, oh, this kind of sounds like it'd be happy, this kind of sounds like it'd be sad. I feel like that is pretty cool, and it can, like, I know people who are really into music theory, but, like, I've discussed it with people, and they say that you don't exactly have to know music theory, you just have to know the feel of it.
Yep.
do you get like, do you take in the feel more than anything?
Yeah, I would definitely say like it's important to know how like the notes work together and like what goes well, but I mean anyone could really just put a bunch of chords together, but if the song doesn't have any like feeling to it, then it's not going to be a good song, you know, like it's definitely more about I think what the song is like conveying. It's definitely my personal opinion.
Why did you exactly choose indie folk as like a thing to do your guitar on? Because there are all sorts of genres out there that people like. Why exactly did indie folk speak to you?
I'm definitely someone where I really enjoy music that calms me down, like calmer music. So for me, like indie folk was just something very easy to like listen to that I really enjoyed. For example, The Paper Kites or Advanced Joy, just songs that are songs you would listen to like in the car or in nature. And so that was definitely something that I would want other people to feel. Like when people listen to my music, I want them to feel more at peace and like more calm. So that's probably why I was more geared towards indie folk.
It's very interesting why you chose the nature aspect
Yeah.
to describe that. You would say that like indie folk represents nature or like feeling of driving your car?
I mean, music is definitely subjective, so a song can mean multiple things to multiple people, but for me personally, I really do love being outside and like in nature and stuff, and so if a song I feel like creates that feeling for me, then it's a good song for sure.
How did you performed for Olivia Dear? Was that like a large amount of people showing up or like a large event, you'd say?
So it was at the Trinity House. So that is it's a small concert venue in Livonia. So it was a relatively small space, but they do have a lot of musicians who come through. So I was super stoked to be able to do it. Definitely was not expecting to, so that was super cool. Olivia Dear, she is like a singer-songwriter. I would definitely recommend checking out her music because she was incredible. Her band was there. They all played so beautifully, but she's toured all over the country. She's been a musician for years and years and years, so that was definitely really cool just to be able to open for someone who's performed in that regard. I think that she's been on like America's Got Talent or something like that.
She has? Holy moly.
Yeah. It was a very small event. It was a very small venue, so definitely not too many people, but the Trinity House is pretty well known for the area.
How did you exactly get the confidence to, go up and like, because I know that must be hard to go up in front of like, I don't know how many people, and I don't want to estimate because I'm probably going to get it wrong, but a lot of people, I'm guessing, and just like play the songs that you were, how exactly did you get the confidence for that?
I think it also comes from like practice, like the more you perform, the easier it gets, but I definitely am nervous every single time. It doesn't even matter what it is. But I definitely would say that the more you do it, the easier it gets. And so deep breaths beforehand. I'll think about how it's going to feel once I'm on stage because generally speaking, I'll be a little bit nervous beforehand. Sometimes I am nervous while I'm performing, but it kind of all just washes away in the moment because if I know that I'm like trying my hardest and I'm like, okay, like I don't care like how this ends up because I'm performing because it makes me happy. And so as long as I kind of stay true to that and like not caring about like the audience or what other people think, then it's generally the butterflies do eventually go away.
So you'd say you're a good public speaker kind of person?
Yeah, I love public speaking.
That's very interesting. I feel like that you kind of need that to go up in front of thousands of people and just like,
I've never been in front of thousands of people, but
one day maybe, I don't know. Might be a goal. We can have you on again, when you're a lot more popular.